Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. I'm always reluctant to repeat a lot of the things that I might say through all the weeks of these North Country radio spots. But one of the things that I feel I've taken more of appreciation for over the last year or two, and that is being able to fish with a guide. Now, all my years doing TV shows, most all of those shows were made possible because somebody that was a guide was able to take me out in a water that I'd maybe never fished before. I wouldn't have the first idea of how really to be successful there. And this is at a time before there were all these graphs and other charts that helped us to find where the fish are. But think of what taking a guide can mean to you. Number one, if you're fishing a new area, you don't know really anything about it. And a guide is out there every day on that water making his living. Doesn't matter if it's a stream or a lake or a pond or whatever, but you can learn so much when you go out with a guide. You may not know where the shoals are. You may not know the sections of the water where if you put a kayak or a canoe in, you might not be able to get through. You won't know this until you go through that struggle. But a guide will know all these things. They'll also know what bodies of the water or what sections of that water hold the most fish, where those fish might be in the morning, where they're going to be in the afternoon. The only way he learned this was to go out and do it day after day after day. And probably once upon a time before he became a guide, somebody guided him. But there's more to this. What I realized in doing all the years of fishing behind the lines, where I took soldiers and Marines and Navy people that have been through an awful lot protecting our country, and I didn't know any of these people before I went out, but I learned along the way that one of the best, most meaningful ways to make another friend in your life is to spend a day out in the water with them. Well, this is the same thing if you go out and spend a day with a guide. I think a most successful guide that you could ever fish with is somebody that's going to make your day pleasant as well as successful in catching a fish. If you can go out and laugh together and learn together, then that friendship probably is going to last maybe forever. And that's been the case with me. The other thing is for a guide. Think about what a life being a guide could be like. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure because you always want to please those people that you're taking out. But more than that, what a way to live every day. You're out in your favorite environment. You're doing your favorite thing. If any of you out there listening have thought about being a guide, I would really encourage that. And I'll tell you what, along the St. Lawrence River and through all the backwater tributaries, we have very few guides that can take people out. And one of the things that today in my life, I'm spending an awful lot of time trying to bring more people from other areas into our area to fish. And the one way that they'll be successful is somebody can take them out, at least for the first time. Even if you just take a guide for one day and then go back the next day and the next day after that to the same area, you can probably be a lot more successful and enjoy your stay up here in our area far more. So if you are or have ever thought, wonder what it would be like if I became a guide, well, it might be more than you might think, and you will get the help from our group in this area to help make you successful. Anybody that wants to be a guide, I'll tell you what, I'll do everything I can to promote them because they're going to help our area and they'll help each of us, me and them and all the group that work with us a lot. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.